welcome back. Are you all ready to talk about some really crazy stuff? We're going to talk about some really strange environmental madness that I think you're going to really enjoy. Anyway, the problem that the Earth is facing in general isn't just the apparent overpopulation and the misuse of the resources, but it's caused by mostly bare earth situations, and that causes deserts, and it also causes heat islands in urban areas. But what's doing that? Well, it isn't just the humans. It's not just the cars or the exhaust or the CO2. In every urban area on this planet, we're moving our environment out of existence and imbalance, reducing the tree canopy, and we're increasing the concrete and the pavement and mowing 100,000s of miles along interstate highways. And we're not just polluting the air with the lawn mowing, but we're reducing the vegetation down to stubble. It can't hold water, it just dies. It just turns to hay. These activities create the heat island effect in urban areas. Vegetation cools the soil, and it cleans the air, and it thrives on CO2, carbon dioxide. Di means two. And it uses the CO2 to grow, and it gives us the free oxygen we need to breathe that's left over after the photosynthesis activity or process. Now, to emphasize just how insane our current situation is, let's put it this way. If we wanted to make our cities and neighborhoods hotter, drier, and more polluted, we've already proven there's no better way than what we've been doing. Now, let's think about this in reverse and imagine that we've not been doing that, but we're doing something else, and I'm trying to talk you into doing it. Let's make some more pavement. Let's make some more CO2. Let's get rid of the tree canopy. Let's keep building and eliminating the vegetation. And let's keep mowing the grass. All right, now, just imagine me trying to talk you into that. Well, what are those costs? Well, let's think about our lawns. Our lawns need to become cultivated living spaces to organically feed us and the living things around us. We're killing it. And lawn care businesses don't need to worry because they could shift their focus and activities towards building gardens everywhere where there's a lawn right now. You could just have a little path that you could mow or not, but you could go through this new garden. And we could use these to organically feed us and all these things, and the pollinators and all that. Shifting their attention towards building gardens, they could make even more money. It would never end. Training people how to live and grow and transform our living spaces into paths of life. Frog ponds, they eat a lot of mosquitoes and other things, and attract, basically other living animals. And trellises could be there, filled with grapes, strawberries, cucumbers, and cherry tomatoes, right there on your own 1/4 of an acre or less, or a half acre, or a whole acre. Whatever you live on, you could do a little bit with a garden and make the water stay, instead of dry up and get hotter. Water is the thing that's cooling things off. Mowed grass can't retain water, and the ground dries up in the sun if it's exposed, even just a few inches. The solution for this water problem that we have is easily solved. If we have a lawn that's dying right now, you just install expensive water sprinkling systems and timers so that you can pay the water company and the sprinkler repair piping people and the electricity bill and the sewage bill, because you know, you're going to be spending a lot of water out there on the lawn to keep it alive. Or not. Just ignore that. What if you didn't mow it into a half inch of its life? What if you left it alone and cultivated things and made a garden and put a stepping stone path through your garden where you live? Made it beautiful. And maybe even plant some ornamentals and even things that you could harvest. Now, they're installing these water sprinkling systems and timers, and they're paying for this with all the noise and the pollution from mowing our lawns to a nub, fighting the weed seeds that opportunistically plant and nestle on them, and then spraying pollinator-killing insecticides and chemicals, and those bills from the water company, and then repairing the frozen water, the sprinkler system after a winter of freezing. The pipes, you're losing water. I had a friend that was constantly doing that. Even though he blew it out, he purged it, it still had a little water in it. It caused the pipe to break, and then he'd have to pay hundreds of dollars in water bills from the leak that was just going nowhere. So anyway, these maintenance issues and all this is this really the best use of our resources and our time? Revelation 11 and Yeshayahu, or Isaiah chapter 24, tells us that Yahuwah will destroy those who are destroying the earth. We need to keep the earth covered everywhere, not with pavement and concrete. We can use that, but we have to have a tree canopy. And 12 to 24 inches of lush vegetation, strawberries, vines, trellises, trees. These are things that are wonderful things. And lush vegetation of every kind. And just mow a path if you have to for walking. But lawns with 2 inches of stubbled grass, treated with pollinator-killing chemicals that are looked upon as being well-groomed, it's just bare earth, really, and it only looks alive artificially. Thanks for listening to this, and I hope you don't think that I'm crazy, but it would be nice if we already had this situation existing and we just, made it better. Talk to y'all later. Bye.